Hey, Churchill team, Dave Savage and Kevin Watson here. We want to quickly and concisely show you how to go from, pricing a loan. We're going to do a purchase option scenario here to effectively and quickly making a total cost analysis with from OB into Mortgage Coach. So, Kevin, if you could share with all your fellow Churchill home loan specialists exactly what to do, and let's just try to net it out as quick as possible.
Certainly will, Dave. Thank you. Okay, so guys, you can see we're right here on the loan for where we start with the knockout questions. So if we started here, we would, of course, go through search for pricing, and that would take us to the services view. We've got this keyed up for the services view, and at this point, we can look at the pricing. What you'll want to do is check Mortgage Coach here, the Mortgage Coach tab. Make sure that that's tabbed over here where you can click on the pricing that you want to show. So in order to make sure you're at the correct pricing, if you needed to, you can click on that actual detail and look through the different types of quotes. So let's say that you've already checked that and know that you are at par or whatever the pricing is that you want to gain. So we've checked Coach next to the one that we want, and that's a 15-year. I'm going to compare a 15, 20, and 30 on a purchase. There's a 15, here's a 20, so I checked that one, and then I checked the 30. At this point, then you just hit the Mortgage Coach symbol here. It'll work on generating an analysis. It'll go to Mortgage Coach. You have to okay and understand that, and boom, you're in. So now what we want to do is go in and modify this so we can present it. So we're going to go to our Mortgage Coach tab here, and we're going to search for mortgage option. You can even just type in mortgage. Probably get it that way if I can spell right. Okay. And search. And there's mortgage options. Open the analysis. Now we're on mortgage options, and you can click through and modify to purchase for a new home, 300,000 price. Then we're going to make that a little bit smaller. So we're just going to do a 15-year fixed on this one. Then what you can do is from your product template, you can actually put in your closing costs if you've got it already generated, which I did. What I'll do is I'll go here, and I'm just going to use my 30-year fixed pricing. It should be the same as my 15, and I'm going to go in and put that same rate that I had on the 15. Then all my closing costs are already factored in when I go forward. You can see the closing costs are already in here. That's actually, I need to go in and modify my template, but that's correct. Then I make sure all my fees are right, and then I apply the loan. And I go forward, and I've got my homeowner's insurance and property tax estimated as a percentage in my template, so it feeds directly for me. And then I go into this one and make it a little smaller, and I'm going to do the same for the 20, but now I can just copy from my previous one, and I'm going to make that rate back to the 20, change it to 20 years, roll forward. You'll notice that the points will show up here, so if you're a little above par, it'll give a little pricing break, so you can zero that out if you're a little bit different. And you're not going to charge or give credit to the borrower, but you'll notice your closing costs are in there. So you apply the loan, go forward, that's still in there, go forward, and we do our 30 the same way. And we're going to copy from either one of these. Make sure that rate is at the 30-year rate. And we'll go forward. And if you don't want to give a credit back on that, you just zero that out, or you can leave the credit there where they'll get a small credit. And you're done. You can modify. I like to make this a 30 years so you can look over the 30 years, how long out and what the benefit is on your long term. I like to go with the highest default. I normally put 3% appreciation right there. And then we go forward to the contact screen, and you may want to put in the address. And any notes that you want to say here, you can. You always want to put the quote date there. That way you know what date you quoted them. And then you hit generate link, add your audio, and once you look at this, make sure it's right. You may want to highlight some things that you want to point out. I always like to highlight cash to close. That's important. And I like to highlight the payment. Those are the two things that most people want to know. So I highlight those. If there's something really noticeable on these, I may highlight the 15 is a lot less than this, so I may highlight that. So I can show them how much they'd save over 30 years and then maybe over 5 years. And I record message. Make sure I have my lighting right. And then you get me here. We're done.
Love it.
We record message.
Love it. Well, great job. So folks, there you saw it. It's never been faster. It's never been easier to create a total cost analysis. Look at how long this video took. If you're creating them right now outside of Optimal Blue, I ask every single person, create 5 TCAs through the Optimal Blue integration so that we can create more workflow videos like this, really make it fast and efficient for everybody at Churchill to go from price to advice. And if you haven't even created a mortgage coach report ever before, now you've got a new and easy way to do it. Please create 5 just as quickly as you possibly can. So, hey, Kevin, I want to keep this training, short and sweet. Anything else you want to add before we wrap it up?
Nope. One little piece of information, make sure that you change the name where it says mortgage options there. Go in and change the name to make sure that you put the customer's name there, because when you do your search on the new one, you'll want to search for mortgage and you don't want to have multiple ones in there. Other than that, it's beautiful.
All right, guys. Well, hey, myself, Mike, Matt, your branch manager, the entire management team at Churchill is dedicated to getting each and every loan officer to create the mortgage coach habit. In 2016, let's create 5 of these just as quickly as we can. Thanks very much.